Good morning, Path to Warren podcast. This is Matt Warren. It's episode 584. Today is a beautiful Tuesday. It is April 23rd, 2024. And I thought I would share today about a neat little podcast or a neat video I watched yesterday. After reading the book Buy Back Your Time, which I talked about in the last episode. Buy Back Your Time talked about hiring an assistant, and a lot of people call it an executive assistant, but this video that I watched really helped to break down the four types of assistants that are out there. So I thought I would share a little bit about that because I definitely am in the market for some help. But it was just good to hear. I didn't know there were four types, but they talked about the first lowest level of like entry level position is called a runner. The runner makes the lowest amount of money out of the four levels. The runner might be somebody that you send to the grocery store, send to get the car washed, go pick up this part. It's a runner. The next one is an admin. So the admin is the second level. It's once somebody's mastered the runner level, they can come in as an admin. It's somebody that can do all the administrative tasks that you're asking them to do. They're more skilled than the runner. They're able to answer calls, set up appointments. The administrative or the executive assistant is the next level. That's the level 3. The executive assistant is definitely someone that is an executive, meaning that they make their own calls, that they can negotiate for you. They are someone that's highly skilled. They're an executive in their own business, which is administration. So this person might have their own runner, And finally, the fourth level of help is the chief of staff. So the chief of staff is the highest paid level of assistant. A chief of staff is somebody that often will have their own runner, their own admin, potentially their own executive assistant. The chief of staff might have 3 or 4 executive assistants reporting to them for different departments or different companies or different directors. So it was just very helpful for me to hear about the 4 different types of levels, because obviously, depending on what level of income you're at, or depending on how much money you're making or responsibilities you have, determines just how important it is and how much control and how much need you have for a different assistant. So I realized that I probably want to just start out with a runner. And this video was excellent because it talked about how, he didn't start out at a 40 or 50 hour a week job for this runner. He said he started out just at 5 hours a week. At 5 hours a week, he was able to quickly realize that this person not only saved him 5 hours of things that he was going to do, but because this person did it better and quicker, he actually gained 10 hours of time. So he quickly moved up the time allotment for this person, instead of 5 hours a week, to 10 hours a week. And then after that, it went to 15 hours. And then ultimately, he's got a full-time helper now. But the runner quickly turned into an admin. He also had a suggestion of hire in twos. So hire 2 runners, or hire 2, and then after about 90 days, cull the one that's not working out, or keep the one that's working the best. Thought that was a great tip. there's going to be one. If you've got two and they're both starting out at the same time, one's clearly going to rise above the other one, and that's the one that you keep. So my based on where I'm at right now, my buyback rate is about $18, maybe $18.75. That's the max I can pay according to his buyback rate. So I'm confident I could find a great runner and admin that could help me at something like, 10 hours a week would be awesome. If I could get somebody 2 hours a day to give them admin stuff. I've already got this guy helping me right now named Fahad. He's out of Pakistan. He's helping me right now at $5 an hour and doing a phenomenal job. All that's virtual. I use the app called Upwork, UPWORK, Upwork. I highly recommend it. But he's helping me with social media content. He's helping me with database management, enriching the data of all of the contacts that I have and helping me get those into HubSpot. He's been doing an excellent job. The last week he worked probably 45, 50 hours. The week before that, he was working like 70 hours. So I've had great success with that role, but I really need someone here to help me with my email and my Outlook calendar. I don't want to have to be looking at my inbox. I don't want to have to look at my calendar. I want someone to ultimately schedule my appointments, handle my emails, respond in a timely manner, put paperwork together, organize my files, organize my SharePoint where I keep all my files online for the company, assemble invoices, start to lay out project pricing on quote sheets and things like that. That's what I want somebody ultimately to do. But I thought it was very beneficial to learn the 4 levels. They start out as a runner, or they could start out as a runner. You could hire somebody directly as an executive assistant or chief of staff, but that's not where I'm at or what I intend to do for a while. I want a runner. I want to get that person trained up. Then I want to move them to an admin. The admin then moves to executive assistant, and then ultimately have a chief of staff that has several under them. I'm going to share probably next, if not next podcast, maybe one after that, about the need for a house manager. I would love to relieve my wife of the time constraint that she spends cleaning the house and just doing general house management items. That includes taking care of the vehicles, things like that. That'll be my next hire after I get some admin help. Hope you have a great day. We are building an empire over here. I hope you are too. Have a great day. And remember, as Mama always says, make your contribution. Thanks for listening.